such a tiny baby, and we're talking about worms. This is Worm Talk, baby. This is Worm Talk. Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Worm Talk, the show where I talk and you listen. At least you better listen if you want to learn anything. You can also call in and leave me a message and a question as a message. If I feel like it, maybe I'll respond to your message with my voice and then record it and put it in a future episode of Worm Talk. If you want to leave a message, just call 678-PIG-SLOP and leave a nice message question. Well, before I bore you all to death with my boring talking, let's get to the first call of the day. Caller number 1, you're the number 1 caller for the day. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hello, Worm Tutorial. I've been a big fan, and I was wondering, how do you fall asleep at night? Like, just how do you do it? I'm having trouble doing it, so I was wondering if you know how to do it.
I fall asleep just like a lot of people fall asleep, by lying down and falling asleep. But sometimes, and most of the time, I don't lie down to fall asleep because I can't do it. I stand up when I'm sleeping a lot, and if I can lay down and do it, I like to sleep under something. Something that protects me, something that shields me, something that warms me. So maybe under a warm table or a warm rock overhang. Those are what I like to sleep under. If I have trouble falling asleep, I just embrace it and stay up. Sleep's not the most important thing in the world. You can do way cooler stuff when you're not asleep, like running, jumping, kicking, cooking, and just general wiggling. So if you can't sleep, just stay awake and don't be asleep. I hope that answered your call. Let's go to another call. Caller number 2, what do you have to say?
Hi, I was the previous caller. Also, I love you, Worm. Okay, bye.
Well, I already talked to you, and that wasn't a question, so thanks for wasting my time. Caller number 3, what have you got to say?
Hi, Worm. I was wondering what kind of computer do you use? Thanks.
I don't know what kind of computer that I use. The library that I use the computer at, I don't think it has a brand name on it. Just normal computer, I guess. Normal library computer brand computers. It's fine. It's sometimes wet, but sometimes sticky. But you can wipe it off. They give you napkins at the entrance to wipe the computer off, and it works for me. I'm able to do my work and send my mail and check my sites, and that's all you really need a computer for if you think about it. So I'm sorry I don't know what kind of computer I use. Why don't you tell me what kind of computer you use? Why don't you tell me that for once? I hope I answered your question. Let's have another caller today. Caller number 3, what have you got to say from you to me? Would say it.
Worm, we're all really concerned, and we need to know how wet is too wet.
No such thing as too wet. Caller number 4, what have you got to say for yourself? Hope it's a good question that requires a longer answer than that last caller. Caller number 4, go ahead, please.
Hey, Worm, never thought this would ever happen. Long time listener. Hey, man, how do I catapult myself to success in the same way that you have, my wet little friend?
Well, there's a bunch of different ways of measuring success. Some might measure it by how many dollars you have in your bank account. Some might measure it by how many children you have in your family. Others might measure it by the happiness and love in your heart. Me? Well, I measure it by the amount of food that I have eaten that day. A successful day for me is when I can barely move because I've stuffed myself with so many delicious pies, cakes, fruits, breads, oranges, and different kinds of things. So if you want to get real successful, just go to a place where you know there's food, like an orchard or a poorly tended buffet, and go hog wild. You'd be surprised at how much time you can spend eating, and any moment spent eating is a moment worth relishing. Do you understand that joke? Relish is a type of food. It's one of the best foods. A lot of people use it as condiments, but if you have enough of it, it can be a main course. I've had relish burritos, I've had relish sandwiches. One time I had a piece of pizza that was just bread with relish on it that I heated up in a microwave in a gas station, but it's all good. And those days when I get to eat a lot of relish are days where I feel really successful. But I guess what you need to do is define what success means for you. It can be different for most people. Yeah, my definition of success is obviously the best one, but yours might be good too. So take some time and ask yourself some questions. What makes me happy? What makes me feel successful? What would make me faster and stronger than everybody else? If I could kick something into space, what would it be? Once you have these questions answered, then maybe you'll know what do is success for you. And then all you have to do is do the thing. I don't know. Just eat a lot of food, okay? That's what I do, and then I feel good when I do it, and that's my success. Well, I think that's about enough of my old yapping for today. I hope you enjoyed my answers, because I enjoyed some of your questions. Not all, but some pretty good. Anyway, like I said, if you want to call in and leave a message, just call 678-PIG-SLOP and do it. And then we'll have another episode on another day. Thanks for calling, everybody. Oh yeah, and before I forget, bye.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.